I'm super excited to see for the first time the real tornado. She's just a tornado. Petra, honey, why are you in the cake? This is not a ritual burning. That is not how we do. And in the immortal words of the beloved children's book, go the fuck to sleep, all of you.
Hello from the void, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel and my not so berry challenge. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently. Now, you might not know this, but quite often I play my game very, very intensely for a few days and then I spend like several months catching up with everything I filmed. So for example, the footage for today's Not So Berry I filmed on the 12th of October, so that was 2 months ago. And normally that helps me stay really connected to the characters, but it does also mean I sometimes lose track of how much footage I have left. And I thought I had like 4 hours, which is usually at least 2 episodes left of this series. But I forgot I had a full-on meltdown because it turns out with 2 sets of twins aging up, it was just a lot of CAS, like an hour and a half in CAS minimum. Then I decided I hated the house layout. I rebuilt that twice, which took another couple of hours. And then everyone was being an asshole. So turns out I actually didn't have as much footage as I thought, but that's fine. Instead of doing a normal story-driven episode, we are going to do a slightly more introverted episode where we're going to look at everyone's new looks. I'm going to talk a bit about my ideas for the coming episodes, coming story arcs, and I would love, love, love if you would give me some feedback. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. If you have any ideas, any thoughts, give me a thumbs up while you're down there. And if you're having a good time and want to hang out again, maybe subscribe. And let's go do this mess of a video, shall we?
We tune back in to the Spectra house with Edie kind of dissociating downstairs. We've had her make a cake, which fortunately she managed not to set a fire while doing, even though she doesn't have much cooking skill. But upstairs, all the children are screaming, except I think Glyph is asleep. Good job, Glyph, the one boy of the house, doing the Lord's work, while the rest of them are miserable, unhappy, hungry, thirsty, sad. I don't know, but we have got some candles in that cake, which means no one can get into it. Mac should be home in an hour or so, and then hopefully we can just age everybody up before the situation becomes too dire and benefit from the older twins being able to take care of themselves as children. Edie, there's more bags of poo in your future, I'm afraid. We will have to potty train a fresh lot. Oh, Mac has the opportunity for some extra training. Yeah, he's career driven, he would take the training. Cade, you can come over if you want, maybe you'll help. I don't know, it's unlikely, but it can't make anything worse, really. We have managed to get the twinnies up to their level 3 skills, so they should both get the happy toddler trait, which I felt like is something Mac and Edie would want for them, if of course they knew they lived in a sort of Truman Show style thing where points mean prizes. Anyway, Mac is home, no promotion, but we weren't expecting one. I don't think his athletic skill is up where it needs to be. Cade is here, looking very summery. Oh my god, the house is a mess. I can hear the sound of something broken. Mac, please don't break a bone. There's a dirty plate under the record player somehow. The sink is broken. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, let's try and fix that. Dove, come on downstairs. Oh god, she's hungry, she's tired, she feels abandoned. Petra is sad because of Carmine dying, but I think it'll be easier if we deal with these poopy babies first, because then they will be slightly mobile and can kind of look after themselves whilst we deal with trying to hold toddlers up to cakes, which is always such a treat. And first up is little baby Io, who has rolled the angelic trait. Sweet. If these kids could not have the wild and fussy traits between them, that would make my life considerably easier. Io also seems to have got a cute little yellow fro and a large selection of gifts from dead members of the family. We've got something from Carmine, got something from Oriel, thanks guys. And Glyph has rolled Charmer. Okay, this is a more promising set of characteristics for a calm life. Perhaps the next few weeks will actually be enjoyable and not super stressful because I had 2 sets of twins very close together. But Mac, where are you taking Dove? Dove, why are you trying me? You're meant to be blowing out your birthday candles and instead you're telling Cade about the colour green. I mean, leave it to Kermit the Frog. Go blow out your candles. Mac, please, can you control this wild, furious child? She needs to go to sleep and I would like her to be older before she does that. And I just don't need her to be making friends with a random guy right now. Okay, here we go. It only took 2 hours to get her to the cake. The things I stop you guys from having to go through, honestly, I am a hero. But let's see what she looks like as a kid. I'm super excited to see for the first time the real tornado. She's just a tornado. The real genetics blend, because obviously with same-faced toddler syndrome, I don't really know what they look like. For now, we are going to give her the athletic trait, which is the next gen not so berry trait, because I'm leaning towards her for air, but we'll get into that in a bit. And we're going to avoid looking at her in her current state because she is missing half her genetics. She has kept her hair colour, I guess. and we are going to pop some candles on. Oh my god, Petra, honey, why are you in the cake? This is not a ritual burning. That is not how we do. We've moved the cake. She appears to be stuck. I don't know how she got on the counter. Did she fall through the stairs? Like, did someone put her there? Edie, can you get her down? Can we reset her? She might be stuck there forever. Petra might just live forever on the counter. Okay, no, she's down. Let's try resetting her, and then, kiddo, please would you come blow out your candles? We would really appreciate if we could get through these birthdays before the stroke of midnight. Mac just doing some mopping in the background while Petra's like... That is how toddlers blow up cakes, so I find that animation very cute every time, even if the light somehow leaves their eyes. So now it's time for our second little cutie, Miss Petra Spectra, to jump into childhood, and she has rolled the good trait. I think that kind of suits her, and again, we're going to chat about all of this once we get into Cass, but for now I'm going to give her the creative aspiration. Oh, love the little puffs. Not loving the hair colour, but without further ado, let us jump into Cass, where we are going to start out in age order with Dovey. We are just whipping off some of the random things she aged up with, like two-tone eyes, and popping her genetics back on, and then I'll show you a little bit of her makeover process on high-speed fast-forward, but mostly I'm just going to show you everyone's outfits and talk over the top of it, because, so... The grey generational rules say you always felt you were different. While the rest of your family was busy messing around in the lab, you just wanted to be outside playing basketball. You're very good at sports and you dream of becoming a professional athlete. To make up for your non-existent relationship with your parents, you want to be there for your own children as much as possible. Oh, and you love to sing. So that's kind of the blurb from the original Not So Berry challenge for Grey Gen. I kind of don't buy that Edie and Mac would be absent parents, so I'm kind of going to tweak it a little bit, but I do see it as potentially being a scenario where 3 of the 4 kids have more similar interests to Mac and Edie, because Mac and Edie are both nerds. Edie's an archaeology nerd, Mac is obviously a space nerd, so I just feel like they're going to be big on homework and libraries and cool trips to the museum and Selva Dorada together. So having a kid that's more of like a jock kid. Here's Miss Petra, by the way. I slightly trimmed down her cheekbones because she got like face structure from I do not know where, and I just felt like it didn't exist in nature. So I've just given her a teeny tiny shave of the cheekbones. She still has very prominent cheekbones, still looks like herself, still looks stinking cute. Oh, and we also tried like 19,000 hairs on her because I really wanted to use that one that was just up, but I couldn't deal with the like flat texture on the forehead, and we eventually ended up with kind of a cute afro textured bun that I've had for ages and never used that I just thought suited her face. Anyway, that's Petra. Based on kind of how Dove and Petra were as kiddos, with Dove being a kind of wild toddler and just getting up in everyone's business, whereas Petra was much more clingy and quiet and wanted to be with her parents. I can see her being more of like a natural gel with her parents' interests. Obviously, we don't know anything about Glyph and Io yet, but I do want one of these older twins to be the heir. And I think I'm not going to like finally decide until they're teenagers. But at the moment, I think the story I want to play is that Petra's interests just align more closely with her parents. She's interested in their stuff, happy to kind of tag along and see what they get up to, whereas Dove wants to go off and do her own thing. She's kind of interested in Max working out, but that fitness thing is only really because he needs it for work, it's not his passion. So I feel like they'll have that in common, but they'll also be distance. So not in a negative way like with Flora and Carmine, much more just like, we don't understand this kid, so we're gonna let her have space and do her own thing, and then that's where the tension and the trouble might come in. Anyway, let me know what you think about that, and we are going to pop over and get a first look at little Io. I rolled for her genetics. I wanted to keep her yellow hair because no one else has Mac's hair colour, but she got Edie's eyes and a really cute blend of freckles, and I just think she's so stinking cute. But no, we're not allowing me more choice in the air game. 2 is honestly plenty, and I do feel like the timelines are probably likely to line up with Mac being finished and Dove or Petra being ready to take over, so I'm not going to complicate matters. It's between the 2 of them. Let me know in the comments what you think. I just really feel like I've done the whole crappy parent thing already twice, so I really want to reward Mac and Edie for being fundamentally like okay parents by having their kids be creators of their own chaos rather than just reacting to whatever their parents did horribly wrong. And here we have our final, probably, kid of Gen 4, little Glyph. He rolled yellow eyes and grey hair, and I was obsessed with his hair on him, but sadly when I got back in game, it did not work. So you will see shortly that I had to change it. And as I said, he's probably going to be our last kid. I did roll 5, I'm not sure I want to do that, and I have also still got in the back of my mind that we might need to take in little Mato. When Marigold eventually dies, she's still hanging on, so we don't have to choose just yet. But for now, I think we're going to keep it to a household of 6, which is honestly plenty to be getting on with, and try and keep me somewhat sane. Maybe Mac and Edie will have a later whoopsie baby if we don't end up with Mato. But yeah, we'll figure it all out. For now, I've got plenty to be getting on with the yellow generation goals, setting up for grey gen, and toilet training 2 more toddlers. Yeah, Io, I'm with you. You got a face just like your mother, to be honest. Edie always has that facial expression, and honestly, she's so cute. I mean, at least if toddlers have to have the same face, it's a cute face. Dove downstairs taking after her dad and doing some dancing. I would never normally dress a kid like this, but then I'm neither sporty nor cool, which is kind of the vibe I was going for. Don't know if I hit it, but I kind of like it. I like that she's a hat girl. Petra, on the other hand, is more traditionally dressed. She's more sort of Edie's vibe. She's got like cute booties and stuff. And here we have little Glyph, who looks fully naked because I broke the LODs on that hair. You may notice that I have rearranged the girls' bedrooms so they have one each for the time being. That's not going to last once the toddlers need to be out of that teeny tiny bedroom, but for the time being, the older twinnies can have separate rooms. Edie, why are you up? Petra, why are you up? Oh god, not the monster. I forgot to put the night lights in. Please, everyone go to sleep. No, Petra, why would you wake up Mac? He's sleeping. Come on, your mum's in the shower. You could just wake her up. And why are you going downstairs? And now Io's up. Io, go back to bed. Get back in bed. She's woken up Glyph. I mean, seriously. I was about to say, let's end this episode with everyone peacefully sleeping, and we'll pick up for another productive day of yellow generational progress and kiddos growing up and just cuteness and niceness. I swear. Io, are you seriously going to wake up Dove, the one member of the house who is still in bed, and Glyph is just following you on your road of evil? I swear to God, this household, I was just about to say nice things about them, and now I'm just like, no, you're all demon children. You're all in the naughty corner. Everybody, get back to bed. Mac, spray the goddamn monster. Petra, I don't even know where you've gone, Spectra. And now they're waking Edie back up. I said nice things about these toddlers. Did they not hear me? Wow. Well, there I was thinking that we were doing nice family gameplay, no chaos, but it turns out sometimes family gameplay is chaos too, even when you think all you're going to get to do is sit and cast for an hour and an hour and an hour. But I think we will sign off this episode here. Anyway, I can't believe how little happened and how long it has gotten. Mac, please don't just yeet that crap-filled diaper over your shoulder at a wall inside of your house. Just pretend to be civilised, and in the immortal words of the beloved children's book, go the fuck to sleep, all of you. In fact, I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say see you in the next episode and love you, bye!